close one. She almost came out here, and she went out to the camper instead. She thinks I'm out there, so we're good for now. I'll be back with you soon. Hey guys, I'm talking kind of quiet because Donna doesn't know where I'm at. With this lockdown, she's got me doing all kinds of stuff around the house. I've done stuff I've never done before, and it's starting to kind of scare me a little bit. She's getting some kind of a neurosis, and she's got me just working constantly. I had to mop a floor this morning, and I had to clear some stuff out of the garbage disposal to get it to work properly. And I did all of that stuff. I did it all. But she's working me to the bone here. So I snuck out here, and I'm sitting in my new to me truck that you're gonna see in just a minute on the video here. But I just wanted to say hi, and I'm good until she finds me, and it could happen any minute. And if it does, there'll be some yelling and screaming and stuff, and I'll try to get the camera shut off before you have to hear some of the names that she sometimes calls me. I always look in the wrong place. This is the lens right here. All right, talk to you soon.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
I'm gonna drop this one. Just one hole. There you go. Hi. So guess what? I don't know if we can pan to the right, but we got us a new to us 2017 Ford hauler. It's an F550 on an F450 chassis. It's a 550 because it was a cab chassis, and this here is a Monroe BH towing body to make it simpler for us to haul our rig. We had to put a gooseneck adapter on it, which so far I really like, although I need to learn some of the quirks about it, but we're really excited about it. And this truck will tow just about anything we buy. It has a 30,000 pound towing capacity. It's got 800 foot-pounds of torque, and it should get us where we're going. It's a V8 diesel because it's a Ford. It idles smoother than our Cummins, and it's not as noisy. And to be honest with you, I kind of like that chatter of the Cummins quite a bit, but it was worth the trade-off to get the towing capacity. So we'll be telling you more about it in a moment.
Roll this window down, and I'll share with you when you are out of the gravel. Is that what you want to be?
Yes, I would like to be out of the gravel.
Out of the gravel. Roll your windows down, and then you can hear me better. Okay, that's good. Communicating when we're parking is probably one of the hardest things that we had to learn about this process. And we got walkie-talkies. We found ourselves screaming at each other in the middle of the campground, which everybody has said that they've done. So what we've done is we got the walkie-talkies, and that was like okay, but we forget to charge them. We tried using our cell phones for a while, and you know that was okay too. But we've gotten better at it, and honestly, it's just practice, and you guys will get better at it too. Don't think that you won't, because you will. But anything to say on that subject?
Yeah, no, it's a little bit trickier to hitch up than a fifth wheel. It's not very forgiving. You got to get the cup right over the ball on this gooseneck adapter. But we think we have a system figured out. This was our first time, so we think we have a system figured out to do it in one shot. All right, maybe 3 shots, but we'll get it there. But the beauty of this for me is that this truck will haul anything we want to haul pretty much, and we are going to definitely upgrade at some point, and we know we're going to end up with a heavier rig. So we're real happy to have this truck. It has a 63-gallon transfer fuel tank on it. Between the main tank and that fuel tank, it'll run with 100 gallons of fuel. So less stops along the way to pick up fuel. And you know, it's real hard to not sound like I'm trying to brag, and I'm really not trying to brag. I'm excited about this truck. It will do the job we want it to do. And you know, when you listen to Mark and Trish on Keep Your Daydream, you know, they tell you the size and the configuration and the rig doesn't matter. What matters is you do what you can do right now. Yeah. And we're just upgrading.
Just to get out there.
Not trying to brag, just really happy that we got this truck to go with our current rig, and looking forward a lot to upgrading our rig someday, and unfortunately that's going to mean probably heavier because it's probably going to be bigger. But
I think what we've talked about before is, you know, we're doing this now while we're still working, and we can afford to make these changes that we discover that we want. Because once we retire, we'll be on a fixed income, and those options won't be available to us. So that's just it's like practice. That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, we've slowly upgraded. We started with a little Springdale 24-footer made by Keystone and an F-150. I'm kind of a Ford guy. I really prefer Ford trucks. And we went with the Dodge Ram Cummins. No problem with that truck. Loved that. I loved that truck. I kept thinking, this will be my last truck. This will be my last truck. And you know what? If this towing body would have been sitting on a Ram, we would have bought it as well. It's not necessarily about the brand loyalty, although I still am partial to Ford. My first car was a Ford, and I've pretty much had Fords my whole life. But I would have gone with another Ram to get this towing body, because for me, my bed in my other truck was useless because I'm old and I'm not agile, and literally I never climbed into that bed unless I absolutely had to, and then it took a step ladder. With this, everything's reachable. I can hitch up, I can do my safety chains, I can do my power and my emergency brake cable, all from the side of the truck with no stretching, reaching, or what have you. So we wanted to get some kind of a towing body the whole time, and we had a chance to do it, so we did it. Truck had 30,000 miles on it, which, as you know, for a diesel is nothing. And we're just really excited. We're looking for our first real trip. We were just maneuvering the rig because it was sitting too far back in our parking area. So tune in, because we'll take you on that journey with us as well.
Yeah, and we're going to show you guys how we hook up and unhook up, you know, step by step.
Hold on a second. We're going to show you how we hitch and unhitch.
Oh yeah, that too.
Come on, baby, you're making us look like amateurs.
So I'm going to show you how he's going to unhook this thing today, and then eventually we'll give you more details on the rest.
Okay. So now I just raised it up off of the goose ball, and I'm gonna pull my truck out from underneath it. We're gonna close up these gates, and then I'll drop down those front jacks a little bit, and we'll level it. And we're parked now for our home use. And we actually do use this at home. It's a guest room for us, for our kids. They're not gonna visit anytime soon, but we always like to keep it ready for them. The light's always on, we tell them. So
those guys that installed this hitch said to use Vaseline on the ball instead of the grease. What, do you have an opinion one way or another on that?
I need to research that a little bit. To be honest with you, I would rather use a lighter oil than that heavy grease that people use on their balls, because it gets all over everything. Yeah. Vaseline would too, but it's still a lighter oil. It's probably okay to use the Vaseline. You probably just have to do it. You have to grease the ball a lot more often with it than you would with regular old typically people use axle or hitch grease. So what I'll do is I'll research that a little bit before our first trip with this configuration. But for right now, I'm with just that stupid little simple hitch up and unhitch procedure that we just did so we can move this thing forward. Very happy so far with the way it works and the way it acts. So we'll know a lot more though when we take it down the road.
Yeah, how did it feel pulling forward?
Just, it wasn't really enough of a test. You could tell there was something back there, but not much. The key's gonna be when we're out on the road with it.
Yeah, we have a really steep incline on our driveway too, so it might make it more challenging.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull forward now.
Hey, this is Daniel, and we're at Saida Trudeau RV and more. We bought our truck here, and he's a great guy. You guys need a truck or an RV, come out and see him.